Hello, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today what we are going to do is understand binomial and multinomial theorem formulas in a intuitive manner by taking a fun real life situation to understand the actually in real world where you can see binomial theorem and multinomial theorem. First, let us begin with binomial theorem. Okay. Uh, so this is the real world situation. You have three friends who want to select one out of the two toppings for their ice cream. So they have all the three kids, they have two choices from which they can select one of the toppings. So choice number A is sprinkles and choice number B is choco chips. So the question, what the binomial theorem represents over here is in how many ways out of the three kids they choose, what is the distribution or how many of the kids they choose option number one, that is the sprinkle, or option number two, the choco chips. So let us begin and see how mathematics is representing all possible ways the kids can make a choice for the toppings of their ice cream. Okay, so the situation is for kid number one, he can choose either A, sprinkles, or B, choco chips. This is for child number one. Now, the child number 2 can select one, either sprinkles or choco chips. The child number 3 again can select either option number A, that is sprinkles, or option number B, choco chips. So this can be written as A plus B the whole cube. Now we will try to understand the expansion of this, what it represents in the real world. Suppose all the three kids, we will see the distribution where all the three kids, they select option number A as their topping and nobody selects option number B as topping. So in how many ways out of the two toppings, out of the three kids, in how many ways we can select zero kids? 3 choose 0. So nobody chooses the option number B. For that we choose 3 choose 0. So out of 3 kids, no kid choose option number B. Into in how many ways uh, the remaining kids, so remaining all the 3 are remaining, so 3 choose 3, they select option number A. So all the 3 kids have chosen option number A, and we know 3 choose 3 is 1. So from next time I will not be writing the, if you select the number of children they have selected one of the topping, you don't need to write the how many ways the second option is selected, because automatically that would be fixed. So if I rewrite this, it would be 3 choose 0, B, option number B power 0, A power 3. It represents all the three kids have chosen the first A option as the topping for their ice cream. Then another way could be, another possible way the kids can choose is two kids out of three, two kids they choose option number A and one kid he chose option number B. So in how many ways out of three kids we can select two kids, one kid, okay? Three choose one because one kid has chosen option number B. So out of three, we can choose one kid in three choose one ways into B power 1, and the remaining kids have chosen A as their topping, okay? So the next term would be, that would represent the distribution where exactly two kids, in how many ways you can choose out of three kids, any two kid, that would be 3 choose 2 into, they have chosen the second B option, B square, and the remaining one child will choose the A option, okay? Then now all the case, one possible case is where all the three kids they choose option number B and nobody chose option number A. So in how many ways you can select all the 3 kids out of 3 kids? 3 choose 3, b power 3, a power 0. So if I rewrite this formula in the standard mathematical equation format, so you have to just the terms, we will swap the position of a cube and b. So that is the actual formula for the expansion of a plus b the whole cube. As we write in the textbooks, it is written that would be 3 choose 0, a power 3, b power 0 plus 3 choose 1, a square b 1 plus 3 choose 2, a power 1, b power 2 plus 3 choose 3, 3 choose 3, a power 0, b power 3. Okay. So what binomial distribution in real life it is meaning? You have the power, the 3 here, represents the people who are choosing out of 2 options, and this a plus b is representing the 2 options. So in how many possible ways the 3 people can choose the 2 options? All possible ways of such distribution is being represented by binomial theorem. So I will write the general formula for n. Now suppose the question was you have n people who want to choose out of 2 toppings. So what can be the all possible ways in which they can choose topping A and topping B? So that would be A, the expansion of A plus B power n. So n are the number of people who are choosing topping for their ice cream. That would be summation r is equals to 0 to n. This would be n choose r. Now out of n, r people are choosing topping B. Okay. B power r, and the remaining people, n minus r people, they are choosing topping number A. So out n minus r, choose n minus r. The remaining all the people, they are choosing topping number A. Okay. So this n choose minus r choose n minus r is 1. That's why it is, this can be replaced as into 1. And this only they write it in the format summation r is equals to 0 to n choose r, a की power n minus r, b की power r. Hope this is clear. Okay. So now let us try to understand the multinomial theorem. Multinomial theorem is nothing but a slight extension of the binomial theorem. Slight change. Now, instead of just 2 options to choose from, we have, suppose, more than 2 options to choose from. All the people have more than 2 options to choose from. We will see the scenario where in a school of, say, suppose we have total 10 kids. We have total 10 kids, and these 10 kids, they can choose out of 4 options. 4 teams are there who are playing sports in annual sports competition. You have 4 teams, and these 10 kids can choose one out of the 4 teams. So in how many possible ways can these kids be distributed in 4 different teams? That is being represented by the multinomial theorem coefficients. Suppose I give you an example. Suppose one of the possible distributions are 5 kids, they chose team house number blue, team blue. Remaining 5 kids, 2 kids chose uh, the greenhouse. So total how many kids are over? 5 plus 2, 7 kids are over. Remaining are 3 kids. So all the 3 kids, they chose red house and nobody chose the yellow house. So the distribution, one of the distributions can be 5 kids chose blue house, and then 2 kids chose the greenhouse, and 7 3 kids They chose the red house and 0 kids in yellow house. This is one of the possible ways the 10 kids can choose one of the teams. Or another possible way can be, um, there can be many more possible ways of distribution. Say the yellow house got 8 kids. Now 2 kids are remaining, they go to the red house, 2 kids. And remaining 2 houses, they get 0 kids. That is also a possible way to distribute. So that is being captured by the multinomial theorem. So we will take this example only to write the formula, and then we will generalize it. When you have k possible choices and you have n kids who can choose one out of the k possible choices. So in how many total ways uh, and kids can be distributed in k different houses. Okay, so but we will see the formula for this 10 kids in 4 houses situation, then we will see the general one. Okay, so we had 4 houses and 10 kids. Okay, so the expansion of red house or blue house or yellow house or green house, and we have total of 10 kids, how many ways we can distribute, or what possible team sizes, number of kids in each house can be, is suppose first all the kids go to the red house, that is 10 kids. 10 out of 10 kids are chosen in red house, r ki power 10, and remaining all the houses have 0 kids. Red, green, yellow, red, blue, green, yellow. Yes. Next possible distribution can be 9 kids in red house, that is 10 choose 9 in red house, and 1 kid, that is 1 choose, remaining is 1 kid, 1 choose 1 in yellow house or blue house, let's say blue house, and the remaining 2 houses, yellow is 0 and green also gets 0. Another way can be that 8 kids are in red house. So out of 10 you choose 8, 10 choose 8, uh, 8 kids in red house into the remaining are 2 kids. So out of 2 kids, you gave all the 2 kids to blue house first, say. So blue got 2 kids into yellow got 0 and green got 0. So in this fashion, this expansion would go on plus so on. Okay, so let us try to write see the general formula for one of the terms. Okay, so let's say the term is where let's see the case where the term is 8 in red house, 2 in blue house, 0 in green and 0 in yellow house. So how we will write the coefficient for this? Okay, let's see. So out of 10, you chose 8 for red house, and remaining 2 kids, they go to the blue house, and 0 choose 0 goes to green, and 0 choose 0 goes to blue house. That is one way, right? So if I write it, as I know that n choose r, the formula for n choose r, out of n if you choose r objects, the formula is n factorial by r factorial into n minus r factorial. We will use this formula in here. So what we will get? 10 factorial by 8 factorial into 2 factorial into 2 choose 2 is 2 factorial by 2 factorial, and 2 minus 2 is 0 factorial. And I know that 0 choose 0 is what? 1. These two are 1. Okay. So we see this 2 factorial and this 2 factorial is getting cancelled. So the number of ways ka general formula would be I'll erase somewhere over here. The upper terms I will erase here. Okay. I'm writing this part over here. This calculation we will get 10 factorial by 8 factorial into 2 factorial into 0 factorial into 0 factorial, right? So that is the coefficient for red house getting 8, blue house getting 2, green house getting 0 and yellow house getting 0. So in general what we can write is the general expansion for R plus green plus yellow plus blue power n would be summation R is equals to 0 to n. Okay, that would be n factorial by, if red house has R of the students they choose red house, then R1 factorial, then remaining greenhouse they will choose greenhouse. Suppose R2 out of remaining n minus R1 students they choose R2 choose students choose greenhouse, so into R2 factorial into R3 factorial. If they choose the out of remaining n minus R1 minus R2 students, they choose R3 students, they choose yellow house into the remaining R4 factorial, they go to the blue house. So what is the distribution? Red house has R1 students, green house has R2 students, yellow house has R3 students and blue house has R4 students. So friends, this is all about binomial theorem and multinomial theorem, what it represents in real life. So binomial theorem, it represents in how many possible ways out of the n possible people can choose out of two options. And in multinomial theorem, these n people, they have more than two options. In how many possible distributions they can choose one out of the k options if they have. Okay, here we had four options. In general, they can choose one out of k options. So what can be the possible distribution of selections? That is being represented by binomial and multinomial theorem. So if I could explain it to you, the concept to you in a better way, if you learn something new, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Write your feedback below where I can improve the videos, where you felt that you couldn't follow. I will try to help you out. Okay, bye, take care and see you in the next video.